It's Tom and Todd's Face Off on WRKO.
Your must-do thing every week, it's Face Off with Tom and Todd on WRKO.com.
It's prediction time. Give us the winners in the following races. Charlie Baker or Deval Patrick?
Charlie Baker by 1 3/4 points. A very close election and a little bit of a surprise because the polls are showing Deval up 3 or 4. I think it narrows, and I think Charlie squeaks this one out.
I would say Charlie Baker by 27 points. There is no way anyone in their right mind would ever vote for Deval Patrick. He's a snake oil salesman. He has been a disaster as a governor, and every structural thing in the environment is against the incumbent, against the Democrat, and against the WRKO leftists, and he's wrong on every single issue.
Don't be surprised if Todd is in tears next week. Don't be surprised if Deval Patrick actually pulls this one out. If he does, one of the more improbable political victories in Massachusetts history. Lousy economy, not a particularly impressive job as governor, and yet still.
And wrong on all the issues. Don't forget that one.
Jeff Perry or Bill Keating?
I would say Jeff Perry wins this thing by 4.7 points. He's a wonderful candidate. He's gotten great press coverage. He's got the Globe hating him. He's got all the liberal media out to get him. And his opponent has done nothing the whole campaign except talk about something that happened 19 years ago in Jeff Perry's past. So, again, there's no way for the people of the 10th Congressional District, the most conservative district in the state, to do anything but elect Jeff Perry.
I agree with Todd's analysis that Jeff Perry has run a good campaign. I disagree with his conclusion. I think
you think Perry's going to win by 7?
No, I think Bill Keating is actually going to probably pull this out by a few points. And the issue is this 19-year-old, 20-year issue of police reports and young girls and police molestation and Jeff's either silence or whatever it is. Those are the allegations that are out there. I don't think it's helped. I thought Jeff had disarmed those in the primary. It seems to have surfaced with a new energy and, unfortunately for Jeff, probably a new impact.
So Tom is saying Bill Keating by a pan.
Sean Belot or Barney Frank?
Nobody will like what I'm about to say, but Barney Frank's going to win a fairly comfortable election. I'm guessing 11 points on that one, might be a little north of 12, but somewhere in there, which is a relatively close election for Barney Frank. A lot of controversy about Barney in good times and in bad, particularly controversial now. Sean Belot, good candidate, good campaigner, and that's why this is a little narrower than Barney would like, but Barney's going to pull this off.
I predict Barney will resign his congressional seat before the election next week in humiliation over the repeated showing of his failure to recognize the big problem that led to the financial meltdown, and that is, of course, the Democrats' desire to undermine the integrity of the home loan process by giving loans to anybody who could breathe.
That's a big problem for him, but 30 years of constituent service, and Todd poo-poos and says, 20, 30 years, can't these guys do anything else but helping people find their lost Social Security check, helping the fishery people down in New Bedford, doing a lot of different things that are kind of bread and butter local stuff. That goes a long way in elections.
He's done a great job protecting the fishermen, right? They are the most persecuted people in all of America, and Barney is their great protector.
Bonus question. Since it is too late for Tim Cahill to drop out, then how badly will he lose?
Tim Cahill, it doesn't even matter what percentage he gets, 2%, 3%, what's the difference? The guy has made a fool of himself. He's obviously preparing for something else, whether it's a job in Washington or run for mayor of Quincy. We don't know what his motive is, but you saw in the most recent debate that his motive clearly is not winning the governor's seat because he made no effort to break out.
His motive and his hope was to catch the wind and the flame.
But what's it been the last 2 months?
Of Scott Brown. So now it's to go about this with as much grace and dignity as possible. He's been substantive in the debates, not convincing, but substantive. Now you're asking for a specific prediction, however, so here's the prediction. Less than 5% for Tim Cahill. At this point, the people who will vote for Tim Cahill
family members,
stubbornly defiant,
or people from Quincy,
and proud of their friendship with Tim Cahill. They won't leave. Others will drift.
Yeah, there you go. I'm with him. That's it for another week. Face Off. Check back every week. Check back every day. What the heck? Watch it 3 times a day. We don't care. It's free at WRKO.com.